What's up, fellow stackers? Lone Silver Stag here. I got another video for you. I have been out of commission for about a week and a half. Haven't put up any videos. Started back to going to actual work some of the week. And the 4th of July, which is my other hobby, is pyrotechnics. So, been out doing some other things. But wanted to come back to you with a video of just some things that have been going on, things that are in my mind, and other things like that. So what I'm going to be showing you some money that I got here, some precious metals, and then the beautiful fiat money currency we use for now. Just be going through some stuff as I talk. But what I wanted to talk about is, what if this, as we know it, was gone? And some of you may think that's, conspiracy theory, but maybe not all of it. It may have been 50 years ago, not even a thought in anybody's mind, but just looking around what's been going on and some of the things I've seen, that's what I wanted to talk about today. So this, in my opinion, is junk. I'll pick it up later because I still want it. But here we go. I wanted to show you a couple pictures here. Let's see. Anybody seen this sign rolling around the internet? Due to a nationwide coin shortage, if possible, please pay with exact change or use debit or credit payment at checkout. Okay. Doesn't seem too harmless. Like, oh yeah, because of what's going on. I can't say certain things on YouTube because they get weird. So y'all know what I'm talking about. Here's another one here. Wawa asks customers to use exact change, citing coin shortage. These are just screenshots. I don't have the full website right here, but you guys can check it out. Let's see. Did a nationwide U.S. coin shortage occur in the summer 2020? This is Snopes. I don't trust everything Snopes does. I've seen some things that they said is false, but it was actually true, and it's been proven time and time again, so I don't trust it always, but just for the sake of conversation, if anybody was to say, oh, no, that ain't true, I'm guessing it would be Snopes. But this is just the bottom. I just scrolled down this screenshot and they said true, caused by what's been going on recently. And there's a bunch of other signs that have said it. And I honestly believe it has a lot more to do with there being germs and bacteria, which is what they're telling us. If you're using physical cash, you have more likely to spread things around. Well, I've seen lots of videos, lots of things on YouTube, read a whole bunch about cashless society. What does it mean to be a cashless society? Basically, everything would be on credit cards, and everything you had would just be numbers on a screen. In my honest opinion, humble opinion, if you don't hold it, you don't own it. Just like what's been going on when everything first shut down, people couldn't get cash out of the banks. Everything was closed. So if you had thousands of dollars in the bank, did you actually own it? If you didn't have access to it, let's say if the bank's closed for a month or 2 months, do you really own that? So that's a big reason why I am stacking. Also, for people that have been watching my videos, I've also been diversifying and getting some more gold too, just to make sure things are well balanced. But yeah, so they're telling us not to use physical cash. They're telling us that there is a cash shortage. Well, why is there a cash shortage? Because cash isn't flowing. Because people are using more cards, cranking up more debt, things like that. So we don't want that. So when they say don't use cash, use your cards, they're making money off of that, and we don't physically have that money. So they can do with it whatever they want. Also, cashless, all digital would be a great way to make a one world currency. which is a whole nother topic, but basically currency that would be accepted all over the world forever. This is accepted widely all over the world and has been for thousands of years. This is what I would much rather be holding in my hand than a card that says I have so much money on it. So, like I said, just talking in this video, leave what you think in the comments. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Let's have a discussion, whatever you think. These are just some fractionals. They're each 1 gram, except the larger ones. So, if you were allotted a certain amount of money each month, you know, you don't actually hold it, you're just told this is what you can have. You know, and some politicians are saying, you don't have to work for it. We'll just allot you so much money a month. This is what we'll give you. All you got to do is hang out, be good, do what you're told, and you'll get this money. It sounds like what my parents did. If I took out the trash, they promised me $10 or whatever it was at the time. If you do all your chores and you're not bad, you will get this amount of money, an allowance. Honestly, that's what it sounds like to me. So there's a lot going on right now that scares me, and you know, hyperinflation is in there too, but this cashless business is also definitely concerning. Since I brought up hyperinflation, if you haven't looked it up, this is on Wikipedia, but look up hyperinflation of the Weimar Republic. See, this is a whole big stack of money here. All that's money. All of that right there was basically junk. It was just paper, which is what hyperinflation, what it actually is. It doesn't mean that things just get more expensive. It means that the value of our currency is basically nothing. Like that right there may buy some groceries because the money was so worthless. So I don't know about you, but I definitely want to have control of what I have, what I own, which is also why, you know, if we're doing these things to protect ourselves, if we're stacking, we don't want people to know what we're stacking. We don't want people to know where we have it, where we keep it, how much we have. You know, it's a good idea to split things up. You know, have some at your house, maybe none at your house. Have it at a friend's house, family members, split it up is a great thing to do. Also, I wouldn't keep it in the bank. Some people have safety deposit boxes. It's just not something I would ever be interested in. I would much rather just find a nice, safe place in my house to make it look like nothing's there than to pay money to have the bank hold what I've been working hard to stack, then be told I can't get it right now because we're closed. That just, it's not appealing to me. You know, maybe you have so much accumulated that you're able to keep most of what you have at home and then start putting some in the bank. So even if that happens, you'd still be able to, you know, have access to what you have at home, but you wouldn't necessarily need what's in the bank. So far, what I've accumulated, I'm able to keep at my house. It's not something I can't fit. I'm by no means that far along yet. But who knows? Someday I may get there. But I know for sure that keeping what I have stacked in the bank or paying someone else to hold on to it and then create rules about getting it is not of interest to me. This is pretty neat. This is a silver card. It's the exact size and thickness of a credit card. It's 1 ounce of silver, so it just slides right into your wallet. So that's just a couple things I've been thinking of. I'm kind of just rambling, but you know, it's definitely things worth discussing with people that are like-minded. You know, what's going on? What are your plans? Is things going to change so much that we're going to have a plan set or we'll be lost completely? These are pretty cool here. They're each, they're called Utah Goldbacks. They're 1/1000th of an ounce, a troy ounce. They make 1s, 10s, or 1s, 5s, 10s, 20s, and 50s. So this is 1/1000th. The 10, I think, is 1/200th. I get the numbers confused, but each time you get a higher value, it increases the amount of gold that's in it. Like the 50 gold backs is 1/40th of a troy ounce. So those are pretty cool. They look gimmicky, but they're really not. They have actual value. If you accumulate a lot of these, you have actual gold in these. 24 karat gold, and Nevada gold backs are coming out here shortly. I think later this summer, actually. I got an email from UPMA about that. So if you guys are interested in those, I thought for sure these were just a gimmick, like, oh, cool, gold colored money. No, it's actually 24 karat gold, and they're pretty cool to have. These ones are around $5 to $7 a piece for the ones, all the way up to the 50s are about 180, I think, a piece. I could be wrong. I've only seen a couple of them around. And I think I said there's 20, a value of 20. It's 25 and then 50. And another thing I was thinking, what's going to happen? Gold and silver prices just increased significantly, compared to the last several months. Gold is now over 1,800 an ounce. Silver is getting closer and closer to $19 an ounce. It could go back down. From what I'm seeing, a lot of people don't think that it's going to be going back down. It's going to just continue to climb. So you're going to have people eventually getting FOMO. If anybody doesn't know what that is, FOMO is fear of missing out, FOMO. So let's say gold next week shoots up to 20 bucks. You're going to have a lot of people rushing to buy gold and silver if silver goes up to $20 an ounce. Or if gold, what if it goes to $2,000 an ounce? You're going to have a lot of people rushing to get it. So supply will be lower, demand will be higher. So you want to make sure you have at least a little bit for when that comes. So these are cool. These are just half gram 14 carats. These aren't expensive, like 25 bucks, but it's still gold. It's just a way to accumulate small amounts of gold at a time. These here are 1/10 ounce. 24 karat gold. This is a maple leaf, and I have American Gold Eagle, and then these are 1 gram Valcambi. So I have several different sizes of gold there. Another thing, it's election year. What happens on election year is always crazy. It just depends on what the news puts out there. But I think fear is going to be part of it. No matter what, right before and immediately after the election, there's going to be a lot of fear, a lot of FOMO, a lot of people rushing to prepare with what they should have been preparing for the last several years. Like me, I'm coming into this late. I wish I would have done this a long time ago. But without naming sides or which president or vice president or whatever, because sometimes people get upset if I sound like I'm leaning one way or the other. I get upset in the comments, and I just don't want that for my videos. I think it's okay to be passionate. I agree that there should be discussion, but that's just not what I'm looking for my channel, this video, things like that. So I think it'll come down to who wins. I think there's going to be fear no matter who wins. I think it's going to be totally different kind of fear. How we saw certain kinds of fear last year when the president won. I think it's going to be totally different than that. But I think there's going to be a lot of fear involved, and unfortunately, I feel like there's going to be a lot of hate involved. And then, if the other side wins, it's just going to be fear as well, but a different kind. So I think one fear is healthy, like what's going to happen. This is how we need to prepare for this. getting your family situated and prepared for what may happen, learning, knowing what your response would be in certain situations. And then I think the other kind of fear is absolutely horrible. It doesn't help anybody. It's freaking out. It's yelling and anger and more hate. So it's going to be one of those kind of fears and reactions depending on who wins. So there's a lot that's going to happen this year, but just do what you think is right. Vote how you feel in your heart is the right way to vote, and which candidate you think is going to be the strongest and most helpful to the United States. And be prepared. Just do what you think is right to prepare. This is what I feel is right. For me personally, a single guy with only a dog and a career, this is my choice for me. Everybody's will need to make their own choice on what you feel is correct. And none of what I've been talking about is any type of financial advice. I'm really just chatting right now. But that was just my little few talking points. There's just things that were on my head recently. So sorry, on my mind recently, but we'll see. I wanted to get a video out since I haven't gotten one out here for about a week and a half, but I appreciate you guys checking me out. If you are on Instagram, Lone Silver Stag, this is my new stickers that I have. They go out with every order, or if ever anybody wins one of my games. Lone Silver Stag, that is me on YouTube and on Instagram. So thanks for stopping by, guys. I appreciate it, and we'll see you next video. Thanks.